because of your friends or your family or money or any of that. It's because of you. Like if your friends are saying you can't do it, then drop them friends. You don't need them friends, you know? Like those friends aren't
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
Like that's how it is. But that's also huge because that shit happens all the time. Like with friendships, like people they don't push their friends to the highest potential that they can be, you know, because maybe they're not at that level, or maybe they're thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna be a fucking McDonald's cashier," you know,
Yeah.
and you're sitting here and want to be a rapper. Like, nah, you motherfucker, you're gonna be working at Wendy's next door with me,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, that's something that's so overlooked is that inner circle and your circle of friends and how they push you and all that. Because I've seen it with
Huge.
people that I personally know that I was like, I see so much potential in you. Like I think you could do what you want to do, what you're telling me you want to do, you could
Mm-hmm.
do it. But then I look at their friends and I'm like, your friends don't even talk to you about it. They don't even mention it,
Right.
or they're not even giving you advice on it, and you're just
Mm-hmm.
going through it like, they might even be older friends, and you're like just going through it like, what's going on? Why should
Right.
I be getting? Should I be doing this in school? Should I be doing that with this class? Like, what's going on? And no one says anything, or no one. What's really undervalued is somebody that you have in, as long as they're not presenting it in like a dick fashion of like
Mm-hmm.
giving it to you real. I think that is like the number one thing. I have a couple close friends that are like, they will not like BS me. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're like, you're slacking. Like they'll just, if I'm slacking
Yeah.
on something, or
You need that though.
you do need that. And I think that's the sign of like true friends, because like, but I think it's so overlooked because I know plenty of people where it's like they would get offended if you said something like that, or their friends just don't ever have those hard discussions with them. It's all, la di da, everything's great and whatnot, and it's like,
Everything's just super
it,
complex. I mean,
yeah,
because like these friends, like it depends on where their like mindset is, you know, like if they're depends on their life and how they were raised, or you know, the things that stress them out, like it'll play in a factor as far as their friendships are concerned. Like
yeah, yeah,
it's it's a complex situation, but like you said, like if a friend can keep it real with you, and by keeping it real, not like trying to be a dickhead, like you were saying, you know,
yeah,
not
yeah,
not trying to make themselves look good by talking shit about you or talking down on you, you know, but like
right,
genuinely telling you, like, yo, like you're supposed to be doing this, like what's up, like why aren't you,
yeah,
you know, like,
exactly. Like
and like,
you say you want to do this, I'm gonna hold you accountable to it. I'm not gonna tell
right,
you can't do it, but like,
right.
I'm like,
You can personally hold yourself accountable, but you have to like you have to attain that first. You have to attain that quality about yourself. You know, you can't just
yeah,
like go into the journey alone and be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get all this shit by myself. Like, no, you need a supporting cast. You know, whether it's one person or fucking 15 people. Normally, 15
yeah,
is never there. You know, it's always like one or two, just like specific people. Like in my life, there's one specific like best friend. He's like literally I am who I am because of him today, you know, with the
mm-hmm,
music thing. Like he's the one that's pushed me. Like he could be a producer too. Like we have the same taste. Like he has a good ear for all this shit. Like and he's like my go-to, you know, anything music related. He's not even a producer, but like he always keeps it real. You know, he'll let me know if something doesn't sound right, or let's say this drop is confusing, or this sound doesn't sit well with his ear, like something like that, you know, stuff like that. Instead of being like, oh yeah, that shit's fire and it's complete trash, you know. Now you're like, you got all this confidence, and then you're over here sending it to Excision or something, and like nobody gives you any kind of feedback or anything, you know,
yeah,
or even listen to it. Now you're like, well, damn, I thought my shit was fire, you know.
yeah,
it's like it's like false confidence, and
right, and
that's
right.
not good at all.
I agree. Like I say, it's such an overlooked aspect, but it's so important to have those friends there that will give it to you as it is, give it to you real, and you might not like to hear it, but they're at the end of the day, you know that they really have your back. That's what it comes down
Yeah.
to. But they're doing it in a way of like keeping you on your shit in a sense,
Hmm.
and I think that's so overlooked and so valuable. I love my friends that are like that.